Okay, in this video I'm going to be taking apart a DVR. The main thing that you can find on a DVR is a hard drive, big hard drives, and so this is what they look like. This is a DVR. You might find these in people's trash if they're throwing a bunch of cable stuff away. Cable TV stuff, and usually there's a grid that you can look through, and you can actually see the hard drive in there. And if you look carefully enough, not only will you be able to see the hard drive, but you can read the writing and even see what size it is, possibly, if you look carefully enough. Not that it matters. It'll be a big, decent-sized hard drive in general. So there, I have an arrow pointing to it. You can see TB. That's where it says terabyte. TB for terabyte. It says 1.0 TB. So you can see kind of the 0 on the TB, and there you can see the 1.0. But yeah, if you look through the mesh, you can see 1.0 TB. 1 terabyte hard drive in this one. And most of them do have a grid. So there it is. You can see, looking through there, you can see it where it says 1.0 TB. And yeah, most of them have a mesh, so you can actually see the hard drive. I guess it's for air circulation to prevent overheating. That's why it has a mesh. So unfortunately, this one has the security screws, and if you don't have a special screwdriver for that, they're hard to take out. I'm just using a flathead. If you have the right size flathead, you might be able to shove it in there and turn the screws, so you can see I'm turning it a little. But these were pretty hard to take out. So there's the security screws. And sometimes there's a tab in the middle that you can crack off with a flathead, but these ones have a really strong tab in the middle, and that makes it harder. If you can crack off the tabs, sometimes that makes it easier to unscrew them. But these ones on the outside, the tabs won't crack off. So they were pretty hard. One of them I wasn't able to unscrew. So you can see this one. Wait, no, I'm taking off the feet now, because this has rubber feet on it. So there's one of the rubber feet. There are 4 rubber feet that maybe you can use for something. Now I'm taking off the cable thing, the nut that goes on the cable, or whatever that thing's called, on the cable thing. So this last screw I wasn't able to get off, so I decided to just go ahead and fail to recognize it. See, I'm failing to recognize it. There I am, still failing to recognize it. I'm going to pry it up. You just take this and you pry it. So you can just fail to recognize it if you can't get it off. Just rip through it. Bite through it with your teeth. So I got this part off. Then there are a few cables there that you have to remove to separate the 2 halves. So I'm removing this one. Yeah, there's a little thing you have to lift before the ribbon will come loose. And then there is another thing. You have to press that in to pull that out. Press in the little tab to pull the cord out. There's some more cords that you have to disconnect. There, now I separated the 2 halves. And the main circuit board is in this half, and the hard drive. The hard drive's under that metal box there that I'm pulling the cords out of. So I'm pulling the cords out. Alright, and then you have to get those 4 screws out, which are also security screws. They're not as bad as the ones on the outer part of the case, but it's unfortunate that there are more of those things there. You have to unscrew those. Actually, you only need to unscrew the back 2. So if you unscrew the back 2, then you can get the sides, there are, mounting screws on the sides, and you pull those 4 things out, those 4 mounting screws, and then you can lift the back part that you just unscrew the 2 screws, and you can pull the hard drive out. Be careful not to scratch it. Scratch the circuit board. So there it is, a 1 terabyte hard drive. 1.0 TB. See, just like I showed you, I told you when I was showing you to look through the mesh, I told you it was 1.0 TB, and you didn't believe me. There it is. See, right there. Don't ever question me again. You understand that? Okay, a Western Digital hard drive. And there is the mounting thing, the steel mounting thing. I got that off. Now you have to remove, to get the circuit board, that screw, that one, that one. Those 3 more screws. Alright, taking off a piece of tape. Okay, I got those screws out. And then you have to try to pry this board out, because it's kind of wedged in there. But if you work at it, you can pull it out eventually. Kind of wedge it out and stuff. Alright, there, now it's out. See, I got it out. I can do it. There it is. There's the circuit board. There's the main circuit board. Here's the hard drive. Pulling out the cables. There's a cable. Alright, and then there's the plates there. And there's like some little square things that are blue. I think that's like some sort of heatsink thing. Like heat conductive gel or something like that. Heat conductive pads. And those are actually made out of aluminum, those 2 pieces. So you have to kind of pry them off. There's little plastic tabs holding them on. Okay, and then on the hard drive casing, hard drive mounting thing, there's these little rubber things, rubber cylinders. Alright, so now popping that out, see there's little plastic things that hold those on, and you have to crack them off. Little plastic tab things. Alright, and then there's the other side that I removed earlier, the other half of the device. And I have to remove those 2 screws to get that off, and then I have to remove that screw to get that off. Alright, so I got those 2 screws off. Now I'm pulling this board off. You have to pop some more of those little plastic tabs that are holding it on. And then this one, okay, I've got that little one off from the screw. Okay, and then this circuit board, there's this little plastic tab holding it on. You have to get that off, which is a little complicated. See? But I can do it. Okay, and then you have to get this circuit board off. You have to kind of pry it away from the side a little bit. It's kind of hard to get off. Pry it from the side there. And it's kind of hard to figure out how to get off. But once you pry it from the side, you can sort of lift it. Lift it off. You know, pry under it with your fingers. From one side. Okay, so actually I'm taking off this thing from the top. There are plastic tabs holding it on. You have to pry it off, and then you pry this off. So I got that off. Got that circuit board off. And then, so there it is. And now that's just a piece of plastic. So here's what we have. This is what we got. So those 4 plastic feet, or rubber feet, and then the tabs for the hard drive. A bunch of screws and stuff. Some wires and cables with the little circuit boards on some of them. The plastic crap casing, the ABS plastic that won't recycle here where I live. Then we have the 2 main circuit boards, the big ones, and there's the other side. So there's cool stuff on there that you can salvage for your electronics. And there's the hard drive, a 1 terabyte hard drive, just like I said in the beginning of the video. See? There it is. That's the best part. You can store all your gay porn and everything on there. And then there's the steel, scrap steel. And there is scrap aluminum. Those 2 pieces. That's aluminum. And there's like blue heatsink pads on them. Alright, that's everything. So don't you ever throw away a DVR, because there's cool stuff in there. Particularly the hard drive. You can back up all your YouTube videos and your gay pornography. Alright, so make sure you give a thumbs up and subscribe and give us a thumbs up to this video. Make sure you subscribe to this video because we're going to do a lot of other cool stuff. You don't want to miss that, so make sure you subscribe. So I'll just wait while you subscribe right now. Okay? Yeah.